Hello and welcome to Program 21
Pulled that out of your butt, didn't you?
of Guy Party Podcast. Yep, of course I did. I always do. I do it like 5 seconds beforehand.
No, you said you've
Um,
had them like the day before at times.
I literally just looked this one up. Literally just looked it up. Anyway, Program 21, Guy Party Podcast, joined as always by my good buddy Matt
It's me.
Brook Dat in his
That's me.
decked out new apartment.
I
basement.
mean, I wouldn't say decked out yet.
I mean, dude, you got some
We're good in
privacy curtains now.
Yeah, I got a tapestry behind me and like a wall divider thing with shelves. So
Nice.
got a little bit more privacy down in the basement.
Yeah, that's good. Anybody wondering, it is Sunday, July 22nd, and we are going to be doing the usual, which is shooting the shit, talking about whatever, movies, comics, video games, blah, 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 blah.
San Diego Comic Con
And-
just happened, so there's a lot of stuff on that.
Matt is more keen on that than I am, but anyway, let's just start it off, Matt. How was your week?
How about we start
And
with
what
you?
did
Do you want to start with me or do you want to start with you?
I don't care. We can start with me if you
I'll
want.
start with you.
Atypical.
Switch it up.
What did they do? I worked. I went to the gym.
Didn't you go to
And I
like some
studied.
concert?
Yeah, that was Friday. I didn't get there yet. I'm doing Monday.
All right. Jeez,
through,
I
like,
figured Monday
Friday.
through Thursday you didn't do anything because you're you.
No, Monday through Thursday I studied, went to the gym, and worked. Thursday I had to travel for work, so I was it's like 2.5 hours away. Pretty nice drive. Just through on Route 80, Interstate 80, through Wyoming, just west. I was in Rollins. Not much
Could
to
have
do
taken
there.
that all the
But
way back to Pennsylvania.
I could have if I just missed a lot of turns. Nope, missed it. Boom, 1,600 miles later.
30 hours later.
Yeah, no, I just it's just so simple of a drive. I started and almost finished my audiobook. In the
Nice.
the fifth book in the Magic 2.0 series. It's pretty good. It's a lot shorter, unfortunately, than the last 4. It's only like 7 hours. I think I told you guys last week, but it's entertaining. It's funny. It's confusing a bit because they're time travelers, and
Makes
one of the
sense.
characters has multiple iterations of themselves. So-
Anytime there's time travel or multiple iterations, it always gets confusing.
Yeah, there's usually 2 versions of this person, and in this book there's 4. So it's
That's-
like,
that's- Go ahead.
no, it's just at one point I was like, I had to re-listen to the same chapter twice because I was
Mhm.
like, they were all in the same room and they're referencing like, oh, but no, I'm mad at you. Like, no, I'm not mad at them. Well, you will be mad at them in about a couple. I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, you're mad now, but you're not now. Like, Jesus Christ! Like, I don't even know who this person is because like it was the earliest iteration of that person. I was like, Jesus, this is confusing.
I feel
But
like
it's funny.
that's
It was funny and entertaining.
I feel like that's one of the moments where like you have the wall set up and you just have the red string
Yep.
going all over the
okay,
place.
okay.
Like this guy's connected. This guy. It's this is the universe. This is that.
Yep. Okay, she's mad at him, but she is her in the future and the past, and also in the future. Who's date? Are they still dating? Like, it was weird, but it's still funny. It's still entertaining, and I enjoy the book series. Unfortunately, I have to wait like another year or 2 for another one to come out, which that's typical. But I think I still have like an hour left of this one, so
All right.
I might try to kill it this week at work in between
Nice.
doing some mundane kind of data uploading stuff. But yeah, besides that, I just traveled back on Friday, and Ashley texted me early on Thursday saying she got like concert tickets, like free concert tickets
I feel
to
like you guys
Cheyenne
get that a
Frontiers.
lot.
her job gives her like hooks her up pretty good. So
That's pretty dope.
yeah, hell yeah. But I mean, these tickets would have probably been like 200 and some bucks a pop.
Damn.
Maybe more. 'cause
Was
dude,
this where was this at? Was
concert-
this down in like Red Rocks again or?
No, this is right in Cheyenne.
Oh,
This
alright.
is the quote unquote daddy of them all.
Daddy of them
Cheyenne.
all.
Yeah, Cheyenne Frontier Days. It's the largest outdoor rodeo in the world.
Huh.
It's all week. You know the Bloomsburg Fair?
Yeah.
It's
How do I not?
Cheyenne's
Come on.
Bloomsburg Fair, pretty much.
I went to school there for 4
I know.
years.
I know. I've been going to Bloomsburg Fair since I was a fucking child, but it's similar to that. It's a lot smaller scale because there's not a whole college here, and
Understandable.
it's a smaller arena. But
Yeah.
we had to get to go see Florida Georgia Line. I like some of their songs; they're pretty good,
Are
but they sounded really
country?
good. Yeah, they're like that
I
new country
figured
pop
by
kind of
like
stuff. You know what I mean?
figured by the looks of what they were wearing.
Yeah, they're like, well, every concert this week's like a major quote unquote country artist.
Sure.
These guys are like country pop, if that makes any sense. You probably
Kinda.
know one of their songs.
I would probably recognize it. Yeah.
You probably know like one or two of them, but I mean, they sounded really good, and also we were, I don't know, maybe 10 feet away
Nice.
from them. If they reach their hand out all the way, and like if I reach my hand out all the way, we can probably like give a high five.
Good off.
You know, not a fanboy. I just went there, had a couple beers, and enjoyed just everybody being there. I can send you some pictures later, like how close we actually were to these people. So
you had a couple. When I texted you Saturday, it sounded like you had a lot more than a couple.
Well,
or were they just high alcohol?
Son of a bitch, dude. My loud ass neighbors upstairs, I think, just got home after 2 weeks. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, no, we had a couple at the concert because they were like $6.
At the concert, you had a couple.
And then we went out with our friends afterwards. They're like, I don't want to go home. It's only 10:30. I'm like, I'm old. I want to go home and go to bed. Well, let's go out. They're like, okay.
All
I had like
right.
a couple more after that. So, man, anything over like 4 or 5 anymore, like 4 or 5 beers, I wake up feeling like absolute dog piss. It sucks.
I don't get really hungover anymore. Maybe it's just because I control like how much.
Bitch.
Maybe it's just because like when I start getting to the point where it's like if I drink anymore, I'm gonna feel like shit. I'm subconsciously just like stop. Because I know
that's a smart.
Well,
move,
I've also had this thing. I've had it since I've been drinking. Where after so many beers, beer just starts tasting bad to me.
It just tastes like absolute shit.
Yeah, like in the beginning, I can down them.
I wish that was the case.
But then after like a certain amount, it's just like it doesn't taste good to me anymore. And it's like I can't enjoy this beer because it doesn't taste good. And then I think that just like stops me from getting hungover.
That's good. But the thing that kind of screwed me was I got home. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm so pissed that they're home. Motherfucker. I got home and I didn't drink any water. I went right to bed.
That'll do it.
So that was my downfall. But to put things also into perspective, John Elway was there.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, he was there, and we went to try to get a picture with him, and he's like, I'm not taking pictures right now. After we just saw him take a picture with somebody. Yeah, what a piece of shit. Anyway, we were closer than he was.
Nice.
So, I mean, I don't know if that puts things in perspective, but I mean, I'm sure he could have gotten closer if he wanted to.
Yeah, but with his status, he probably
where we were, we had some pretty awesome standing room. There's no seats,
cool.
But we were standing like right next to the stage, so it was pretty awesome. Went out afterwards, and then just kind of hung around. But that was like the highlight of my week. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that band or group or whatever, but it was entertaining to be there in that atmosphere. And just be so close up to, you know.
I've never actually myself been to a concert. But I feel like it seems like as long as like it's like everyone there is cool and chill, it would seem like it'd be a good time. Yeah, I've never been.
Concert?
I mean, like school concerts. But like that's school? Like, you know, when like you'd be in school and like they would do the band and of course, like that's the only concert I've never been and saw like a band outside of like an actual like band in an arena.
You should find somebody that you like and then go there.
So
at least one experience. You know what I mean?
So there is I think one band currently that I would only want to see live if I had to pick one because I've heard they're amazing. But I'm assuming the tickets would be expensive, and it'd be Metallica. I've heard
Metallica tickets.
Their concerts are amazing, from what I've heard. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Metallica. Like, I only know a handful of songs, but I've heard their concerts are off the charts.
I'm sure they would be. I mean, these guys, they're like the fathers of like modern prog, or I don't know if you call them.
I wouldn't even call it progressive rock. Yeah,
I guess like they're just like heavy rock, like
maybe like a mix.
Thrashcore.
I don't know.
They were early like thrash metal. Like
they've been around for a while though.
garage rock shit.
Yeah.
But they've been around since the fucking 80s. But
like if I had to pick one band, it would be them.
Not a bad pick.
Yeah,
they're pretty good. Their new album is actually pretty awesome.
The one that came out a couple years ago.
I think it came out like 2 years ago. Maybe?
Hardwire. Yeah. I've heard some of the stuff off that, and it's like, all right, that's actually like I like that stuff.
Yeah.
From what I've heard,
they're still kicking ass.
Yeah.
But besides that, man, I went to that concert and I played some Odyssey. I delved back into some Odyssey this week.
How far are you away from Darker?
Well, I just got to the Luncheon Kingdom again, going back and going through all the Magic Moon Rock boxes kind of thing. And I think I only have, with the moons I have now collected, that didn't like kind of cash in yet, you know what I mean? Didn't put into the Odyssey. I think I only need like 30 more to get to the darker side.
Pretty good.
And between the Luncheon Kingdom and like Bowser's World and
the moon,
going back to the Peach's Castle kind of area, I should be able to get that no problem.
Nice.
I'm just excited. I spent 9,999 coins on the skeleton suit.
Yeah, you said that last week.
It's pretty fucking funny to see a skeleton suit walking around with goggles and a snorkel.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but I play a little bit of Odyssey, as I mentioned, and I threw God of War back in and got my what's it called? I don't know if it's like the legendary kind of armor or whatever, but I maxed out my health and I maxed out my rage, and I got a couple of trophies in the past couple of days, and I just started going through and trying to beat the Valkyries. And the first time I tried to beat the Valkyries, they whooped my ass, dude. I couldn't stand a chance. I can get like maybe half health gone from them before they just completely obliterated me. Now, the first two I beat, because I got the new armor, my health's maxed, my rage is maxed, and I'm a lot stronger. I went in, I didn't lose any health in the first two I beat. I was talking to my brother before this, and I just hopped into the third one, and she killed me twice. But after that, I learned her move pattern, and I was just able to dodge and roll, and then I just whooped her ass. So I killed 3 out of the 8. Actually, there's 9.
Are they like all kind of the same roughly, or are they like all have their own different little gimmick type thing?
It seems, the first 3 I fought, it seems like they all have their own little move pattern. The moves kind of like, some of them have like sickles and scythes, and they kind of do like a slashing kind of, they shoot like a force field at you. So you can like dodge and you can roll away from that, but they seem like some moves may overlap, or if they just seem similar. But you can learn their movesets, and you can pretty much never get hit if you just dodge, duck, roll, dodge, duck, roll, hit, dodge, duck, roll, hit. There's
only so many moves that you can put in before they start overlapping. So
exactly, yeah. But some of them, they throw different projectiles, I guess you want to say, which they go through the air, different patterns, and they kind of it's a little different, but more so the same.
All right.
Still hard. They still, when they hit you, they fucking hit you. So
I know that feeling. Dark Souls is that way with bosses. Yeah. They hit you, and if you don't have if you don't trade like your weight ratio for armor, like you're gonna lose health.
Yeah. I don't know if that really affects it in this game, but it seems pretty easy now. However, I am just playing on normal mode. Let's put that out there. I'm not a fan of the hardest crazy modes, but I will go back once I platinum the game. I will go back and I will play on the hardest difficulty. No, give me God of War. Boy. Give me God of War.
Boy.
Head. Man, okay, well, last thing for my week. I was playing God of War, and I went into the second Valkyrie, and it kind of started out like the same conversation between the son and dad as the first one was, and Mimir, the head, started talking, and the boy, Atreus, was like, "Be quiet, head. I know what I'm doing." And then what's his name? Kratos is like, "Watch your tongue." He's like, "Wasn't that what you're gonna say anyway?" He's like, "I assume." I was like, got you there, buddy.
That's pretty good.
Just, I can't do the voice, but it's funny hearing him being mocked by his son, and then just like, yeah, I guess you were right.
That's pretty funny.
It's cool. I'm glad Mimir also sticks with you the whole time.
Yeah,
he adds a lot of good lore. Like when you're in the boat, kind of just roaming around in between areas, he adds a lot of shit that I was like, I saw this,
like a lot of lore building type thing.
Yeah. Like when you open I forget those wooden chests or the
story things.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they're called, but like every time Atreus gets one, afterwards, when you're roaming around or whatever, Mimir tells the story of that or something related to that, and then he progressively goes on random other shit. So I'm glad you didn't just like beat the game and like put him back on the fucking tree where you found him.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's with you. Cool, because he has a lot of good banter. Anyway, that was my week. How was yours? Anything eventful?
Yeah,
actually, it was something eventful. You sent me a picture of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I was going to start off with that, but I don't know what else really happened this week. Finally 100%ed Dark Souls 3.
Boom.
I know I said last week I was like kind of sitting down and just like plowing through it, and when I started my New Game Plus playthrough,
there's New Game Plus and New Game Plus?
Pretty much every time you beat it, you can go back through and play it again. And they just kind of, I think up through 7 times, they just kind of keep adding health and stuff to the bosses and the enemies.
Jesus. So I guess it doesn't make it, if you know the moveset, it doesn't make it harder, it just makes it longer.
Prolongs it. Yeah. So as long as you like
more time to fuck up.
Yeah, pretty much. Which I guess you could kind of say makes it harder.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like going into that, I had 2, technically 3 achievements left to get, which was like get all the rings, get all the pyromancies, and complete all achievements, which was an achievement.
Which that's only an achievement.
That's why I said 2, but technically 3.
Yeah.
Like I was going through, I'm like, all right, to get the last pyromancy, I need to get 30 of this item. I either need to have someone summon me as under a certain covenant and kill a certain thing, either the host or like an invader or something like that, or I can farm this enemy and try and get him to drop it, which he has like a 2% drop rate, 1% drop rate, 1 or 2% drop rate at like. And you have like certain items that you can add something called an item discovery stat, and like the higher it is, the better chance of things dropping are.
So similar, I always just reference Borderlands when you talk about farming and drop rates. There was a thing in Borderlands you can get like a 5% chance of increased rare loot drops. Is it similar?
Okay. It doesn't give like percentage, but it's like it says item discovery, and it's like right now my item discovery without any gear bonuses is like 142. And then I put this on.
So it actually gives you like a rating.
It's a number. I don't know what the highest you can get is, but essentially the higher it is, the better chance of better stuff dropping off of whatever they can drop.
Makes sense.
So it's like, all right, I'll do that last. I'll be the last one I go for, and I'll go for all the rings because I know like I can look at the guide and just plow through it.
Yep.
So I'm pretty much like just speed running the game, like running past all the enemies, zigzagging, getting the bosses, killing the bosses, and continuing to get the rings.
Yep.
And I hit some bumps in the road. Some of the bosses kind of gave me a little bit of trouble.
That's expected.
The main one being one called the Nameless King, which is a optional boss, but he's considered.
He actually has a name because he's nameless.
I think if you were to go into but I think also if you were to go into lore, you might be able to find his name or roughly who he might be referenced to.
Yeah.
Which some people speculate it's an old boss from like the first game, I think. But he like I was throwing my head at the wall against this guy, and it's actually funny because before you fight him, when you're running through the area, which the area to get to is kind of convoluted. It's
from what you told me about that game. There's some crazy shit you have to go through to get to.
So to even get to this area, if you don't look it up, odds are you will never get to this area. You might not even know it's a thing until you look it up, because you go through one area to fight a boss, and then after you beat him, you get after you beat 3 of the necessary bosses, you get sent to another area. And you're going through, and then I think you can go fight an option. I think he's optional. I don't think he's required. But after you kill him, you get what's called a gesture, where you can do gestures in the game, like bow, wave, stuff like that. You get one called Path of the Dragon, where you sit down cross-legged and just kind of sit there, and it looks like you're meditating or something. But then after you get that, you have to go back to an area previously in the game and do that gesture where you see a bunch of dead people just kind of doing the gesture, and if you don't really think about it, you won't remember it, even if, cause I think you don't even have to pass it to proceed in the game. Yeah. So then you have to go through an area, that whole area, before finding the boss, and towards the beginning, there's a huge dragon that drops down, and if you just try to fight him head on, you do no damage. You do when you hit him, it says 13 damage, and you see LOL a pixel of his health bar go down. It's oh shit. So you gotta run all through this open area and climb up top and do a jump attack on top of him to kill him, and it one shots him, which is pretty cool. But you have to get there, and you have to fight through people, and you have to dodge him breathing fire at you.
Seems fun. I like dragons.
Yeah. Well,
I just freed all 3 dragons.
It's technically a wyvern, if you want to get into nitty gritty.
It's a what?
A wyvern. So there's dragons. It's all dependent on how their legs are.
Oh.
It's a wyvern has
they're all fake,
is on all 4 legs. A dragon it only has 2 legs and uses his arms to move forward. And then there's a drake, which is I don't know.
He just handstands everywhere, just walks on his hands and kicks you in the face. So is Godzilla a dragon because he walks on 2 feet?
No, I think Godzilla's just a lizard. I don't know.
Motherfucker. Okay.
But
he can breathe
you have
fire,
you have to jump forward to get the jump attack to land, and I forgot that the first time going through, so I just walked off and tried to do the attack, and I pretty much missed him by a foot and just died. I was well, shit.
Son of a bitch.
And I was all right, enough of that for tonight. But then I came back to it.
Days.
Yeah. It's
I tried to fight that first Valkyrie in God of War 15 times before I was no, this is not happening. I need to progress further.
Yep. Yeah. But then got through it, ran through the rest of the area, got to the boss, died to the boss 3 or 4 times, and then summoned someone to help me, and we beat it second try. And got the ring I needed. Then I had to proceed to get a couple other rings, but those weren't difficult. But then
give us the rings.
Got the rings, and I just had to get that pyromancy. I had to farm 30 times, or I think I needed 20 for that stupid piece of gear. And I'm going through. And I was you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna lay down a sign to see if someone will bring me into their game, and I'll fight them and see if I can get a shackle off of them, an item. And I get summoned in. It's all right, cool. And I kill this guy a couple times, and then I just keep laying it, because I'm if they're gonna summon me and I've beaten this guy a couple times, I can just keep beating him and it'll be quicker.
Yep.
But then someone else summons me.
What does this mean, summons you?
Pretty much pulls me into their world.
Online play almost? Or
yeah.
No?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Online play. The way I'm laying it down is I'm trying to kill you. I'm coming in, but my goal is to kill you. And you can get souls, which are experience and currency in that game for winning and stuff like that. But I get pulled into this guy's world, and immediately I see his health slowly going down. And I was alright, there's gear in the game that ups. There's something called a mimic, which ups your item discovery, but slowly depletes your health. So it's I bet this guy is trying to get shackles also. And I run up to where like you pretty much farm, and he has all the gear pretty much set, so that way he's farming it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
did you jack it?
No. So what I did was like, I saw him and saw he had the gear set. I just did this pose where like you curl up into a ball on the ground and let him kill me, and added him on Steam. And he was from Spain, according to his Steam profile. And I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey, are you trying to farm for these items by chance?" Like, he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You just want to summon each other and kill each other, so that way we can just like not waste our own time, just like spending hours trying to get these items to drop to get this achievement?" And he's like, "Yeah." So like for like half an hour, we just summoned each other back and forth to kill each other to get the items.
So if you kill each other, does one of you drop it?
So like the way it works is like when you get summoned, if you kill the person that summoned you, you get one.
You get one what?
One of like the vertebrae shackles, which is the item you need 30 of.
Oh, that's cool.
So like we would just summon each other back and forth. So that way, like I would summon him, he would come in, kill me, and then he'd summon me, I would come in, kill him, and we just go back and forth like 20 times.
That's cool.
It was nice because like it was funny because it almost became a game of like one of us would run up to where the other was, and they'd be doing some gesture like cowering in a corner or like doing something like that, or being sprawled out on the ground with in the snow angel position.
You can do all that in this game?
Yeah, there's like 30 gestures or something in this game. Like it's cool. Pretty cool.
You know what you were doing? You were trading headshots in Call of Duty 4.
Essentially, we were doing the whole attack insert boosting thing in Modern Warfare 2.
Want to trade headshots? Fuck yeah, want to trade headshots? I need golden deagle.
Yeah. But yeah, like half an hour later, like we did it, and like I saw he still needed like 1 or 2 more rings, and I needed a couple more vertebrae shackles on him, and I was like, "Hey, I see you you still need the ring achievement. Like, do you just want me to drop the rings that you need so you can pick them up and get the achievement real quick?" And he's like, "Yeah, like if you could, that'd be awesome." Because like another ring he needed was one that you needed to farm these items for, and had to get like 30 of from killing an NPC. And I was like, all right, like I need a couple more vertebrae shackles than you. If you just, summon me a couple more times, I'll drop the rings for you. And he's like, yeah. So like we both got all the achievements pretty much in a matter of 5 minutes of each other. Which
that's good. Cool. But...
So keeping him on the friends list just in case anything else comes up, because he was a cool, chill dude.
JIC, just in case.
Yeah,
that's cool. I used to do that shit sometimes with like in Borderlands and stuff. I would spawn in and, could you help me kill Terramorphous? Sure. All right. So we just go in and just destroy him, and then
because it's one of the things where it's like both players know the grind out on yourself. And there's even a subreddit devoted to like just trading items in Dark Souls 3, where it's like, cool. I want this sword or this armor set, but I don't feel like I'm to grind for it or having to go all the way to find it.
Trade it for me. Yep.
Trade it, cool, dude. And ask me what you want. If there's anything you want, like, do you want this? I have this? I have that. And they'll like usually say like the more unique stuff, or just ask what you want, and I might have it or might be able to get it easily.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of people on there that are like, hey, I need help farming for vertebrae shackles, which is the item I need. And it's just like people constantly asking for that just to show how hard it is to get them.
Well, that's cool, man. At least you got it done.
But yeah, it was
through it.
It was very
time consuming.
I think it was 154 hours in Dark Souls 3 to get it. Now it's over the course of multiple characters too.
Jesus Christ, mate.
It's
insane, mate.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
But yeah, I mean,
I want it.
I also set up my Steam Link upstairs.
I saw that picture. Yep.
Yeah, I posted that to the Instagram.
Guy _party_pod. If anybody's wondering.
Yeah, and
check us out.
So what it does is it essentially just what we kind of thought. It runs off my PC. Library. It runs off my PC, and literally, if I'm running it on the Steam Link and I come downstairs, I see it on my PC also.
That's cool.
And really my PC is really wired in to the modem through Ethernet.
Okay.
But the Steam Link is through Wi-Fi, and it seems like there's a little bit of lag sometimes when it's loading.
I was just gonna ask.
A little bit when it's loading, but like all like button commands and everything is like I don't notice any lag or anything, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
Which is nice because now that means, you know, me and my housemates can like play games upstairs. We can be on a sofa or something rather than sitting at my desk on chairs.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And it's nice because it's also
you can get more co-op-y.
Yeah. Which I have a decent amount of like co-op-y games on Steam that's just like I don't have anyone to play with. Now I live with 3 other people, so I have like Gang Beasts, Broforce, you know, stuff like that.
You bought Broforce?
I've had it for a while, actually.
Okay.
I bought it a while ago, yeah. But
there you go.
Yeah, and like just playing up there, chilling, you know, pretty cool.
Why not?
It actually has Bluetooth connectivity. So like you use like PS3 and PS4 controllers wirelessly with it, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Which was one thing I was worried about when I was buying it, but works out.
Hell yeah, dude.
But then what else did I do?
I would use a Switch controller, Pro controller.
Is that Bluetooth?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Is it not? Am I just talking out of my ass right here?
I honestly don't know.
Man, I really have to figure out a situation here to get my camera to be light, not. I feel like I'm so fucking dark.
Switch is Bluetooth.
Yeah, dude, the Nintendo
Bluetooth?
Switch. What's up?
Is Xbox Bluetooth?
Isn't it?
I guess Xbox One is. I guess I never really thought about like if they were Bluetooth or not. I don't know what else they would do though.
Exactly. I mean, if it's not wired, I don't know what else it would really run on nowadays. You know what I mean? Son of a bitch. Hold on.
I mean,
it's just dark as fucking here, man.
Yeah. I mean, it would have to. I mean, they didn't have Bluetooth when they did.
I'll just cast a crazy shadow on the side of my face.
This isn't Bluetooth. TV remotes aren't Bluetooth. Or at least they weren't.
No, you're right. Yeah, I don't know.
So,
what was the Wavebird back in the day for GameCube? It's got really fucking bright in here now. All of a sudden, Jesus Christ!
I don't know.
Wavebird wasn't. I mean, what the fuck was that? Just radio, I guess. Anyway, but dude, if I had a choice of the controller now, I mean, I love the DualShock 4. I love the PlayStation controller, but I would go with
radio frequency.
Switch. Yeah, just the radio frequency. That's what I thought. But if I can choose, I would definitely choose. I'm trying to fucking get this to work.
That's pretty good.
Now, but it'll automatically adjust. Watch. Wait.
Yeah, probably will.
And we're probably that's not bad though. What was I just gonna say?
I don't know.
The Pro controller for Switch is probably one of the most comfortable controllers I've ever used. I think I've said it on here before, but the more I play with it, I was just playing with it yesterday when we were playing Mario Kart. It's so fucking comfortable, man. Everything, like I grab it and everything is just right where I need it to be. You know what I mean?
I mean, like right there in your hand. I'm feeling both the PS4, the DualShock 4, and the Pro Switch. I think I like the DualShock 4 better, but that's also I have smaller hands.
My hands are huge.
Like that's one reason I always preferred DualShock 3 over the Xbox 360 controller was because Xbox 360 is always bigger for my small hands. Yeah, so like DualShock 4 was easier for me. Or DualShock 3.
Dude, when I use the regular Switch controller, like just the one with the Joy-Cons slammed in, I hit, like if I'm just trying to hit A to like accelerate, I can hit, I hit all the like buttons at, like almost at one fucking
fat thumb in it.
Dude, I have big hands. I got big fucking hands. So it's like it's kind of annoying. So I almost like I try to use the Pro Controller when I can.
So one thing I noticed, and I've only noticed it when I play Zelda because you use the D-pad a decent amount in that.
I gotta get Zelda still. Oh Jesus.
On the Pro Controller, I'm holding up on the video. The D-pad is like all one button, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of like Super Nintendo. I'm trying to think of other consoles for people that might not be seeing the video. It's like Super Nintendo where it's like all one. And I would always accidentally fat thumb, and if I was like pressing down, somehow I would accidentally press left or right, and it would screw it all up. But on Zelda, I actually prefer playing with the Joy-Cons hooked into the controller type thing because the D-pad is not that way.
Yeah,
they're all individual buttons, so it's easier to not fat thumb.
Are you going
and accidentally press the wrong buttons?
Yeah, it's not bad. But I just still prefer the Pro. It's so comfortable. Yeah.
No, but understandable.
Yeah, when I play, you're talking about the D-pad there. Like I was trying to play Celeste the other day, and sometimes with the analog stick, I shoot diagonally. I really want to just shoot right to the right or left. So I've been trying to use the D-pad for that. It's just I can't do it. I have to transition like from left to up and down. I have to use the fucking analog stick. I gotta just roll it. You know, it's like I'm so used to the analog stick because PlayStation.
Yeah.
The analog.
Yep.
So I'm just that's the way I do it.
I'm still powering through Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. And I'm having to get back used to using the D-pad on that again. Beat the first game.
Nice.
At 255 deaths.
Do you count yourself or is there a counter?
No, I counted myself, so there's probably like roughly 10 give or take that I missed.
Human error
added. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's still a decent amount. And I still have to go back and get more achievements in Crash 1. Which is gonna suck.
I still have to get that game.
Dude,
I asked for it for my birthday.
I know you did.
Maybe not. I mean, if not,
but I started
grab it.
Started Crash 2 today.
Crash 2, that's probably my favorite. Crash 2 is probably one of my favorite PlayStation games. Like that
generation.
That generation, yeah. Crash PlayStation. I played the fuck out of that game with my cousins and my brother in the basement of my grandparents' house. And we would just trade off levels. Trade off levels. Snow Go was my favorite level. You just ride a little polar bear the whole time.
I didn't get to that one yet, but I've seen videos of it.
It's awesome. It's probably my favorite level. Fucking light, man. Ugh.
But yeah, I mean, I think that was pretty. Oh, I finished Altered Carbon. Book I was reading. It was pretty good.
That's good.
At one point towards the end of the book, like you were saying with your book, how like there's like multiple versions of the character. At one point in the book, like that kind of happens, and I was like, and then he's talking to himself, and I was like, I don't know who's talking to who right now. Like I don't know which one is talking, and I would have to like rewind it or go back a couple pages and just try and figure it out. And now you're super dark.
About to be light.
Clap on. Clap off.
That light doesn't help though, because it puts a shadow down on my face.
That's whatever.
It fucking sucks.
It's fine.
And now that just makes it too bright in the background. And makes it dark.
It's fine.
Anyway,
you're making your girlfriend do much more work than she should be doing.
She's making dinner.
Ooh, what's she making?
Chicken and rice.
Can I have some?
Sure.
All right.
By the time you get it, it'll be just absolutely fucking nasty.
Send it priority mail.
Priority mail overnight. This kid needs food. He lives alone now. He needs food.
I mean, I live with 3 other people.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Groceries for you. But yeah, I think that was pretty much my week then. Played kart last night with you and Derek and my boss Steve.
And your boss.
My boss.
Cool. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. Your boss kept dropping out though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's moving soon, so hopefully he gets his internet shit figured out.
Classic.
I think that was my week though. I didn't do anything else.
Eventful enough.
One thing I did, which was kind of nice, was I started up I don't know if I've talked about Binding of Isaac on here before. The game, it's like top down. It's a top down game where like each time you play, it's different. So it's a roguelike.
Okay.
And the developer is constantly updating it. It's like one guy essentially, or I think like a very small team that made it, and they're constantly updating, which is cool. And like he supports like the whole like, hey, if you want to mod it, go ahead. Like, I'm not gonna stop you guys.
I like that.
Yeah, because I mean, I think him being a smaller developer, it's also the same guy that made Super Meat Boy.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I still have to play that, but I hear Celeste is similar.
Yeah.
And I just love Celeste. It's such a great game. B-sides are hard as fuck. I didn't even know there's C-sides, but then apparently there's C-sides now, so. I digress.
But I started up Binding of Isaac and started a new game, or a new, like, level seed, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, 8 achievements popped. Just from, like, because I have so many hours logged into the one file that was just like, oh, we added all this stuff, but you already did all this stuff, so here's all the achievements for it. And it was like,
fucking thank you.
All right. That was easy. Got an easy 10 achievements.
I'll take it. Turn it on. Yeah, sweet. Win.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
All you gotta do is turn it on every couple of months, let it update, and boom. Get 10 achievements.
Speaking of update, I just got a little notification on PlayStation that No Man's Sky Next update is coming out. I think July 24th.
The multiplayer update.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we can play it together, Matt, on PS4.
Maybe.
Oh wait, you don't have it. Never mind.
Maybe
on PC. God damn.
Maybe I'll see if there's a sale for it and pick it up at some point.
I don't think that's a game that's worth buying twice if you have it on PC
versus
PlayStation. So we gotta find a different game that we can play online on PlayStation with.
Yeah,
but I'm excited to play No Man's Sky Next because I still gotta beat the game. I haven't beaten it yet. I just got sidetracked doing the new side missions, I guess. Yeah, in quotes.
Yeah. All right.
Beat said game. Anyway,
do you want to talk about San Diego Comic-Con or the whole James Gunn thing first?
Talk about Comic-Con. We can go with Comic-Con.
All right. That wasn't where I was going to go, but
I don't know much about what happened except for the 3 trailers that dropped that
I
just watched.
So, for those who don't know, San Diego Comic-Con is essentially when like all the big like quote unquote nerdy, geeky movies drop a bunch of trailers and stuff, like superhero stuff, monster stuff like Godzilla dropped.
Go
which
Godzilla.
Is cool. It's one of those weeks that like or weekends where it's just like when it comes around that year, it's like, all right, I'm ready to just hit refresh on Reddit and wait for trailers to appear. But yeah, I watched I think the only 3 trailers I've watched so far are Shazam, Aquaman, and Godzilla.
I didn't see Godzilla. I just watched, as you know, Shazam and Aquaman right before this podcast. So
Godzilla looks like it's kind of promising. I don't know if it's building off of the Bryan Cranston movie or not.
No idea.
I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like Mothra is going to be in it.
Mothra.
And Ghidorah, the 3-headed one.
Okay.
You see a shadow of him in ice. So
I used to watch those movies with my dad, like the original ones, when I was a kid, and I loved Godzilla. And I fell off like hardcore. I haven't really watched them since like Jesus, I don't even know when.
But the one with Bryan Cranston, the most recent one that came out in the United States at least, wasn't bad.
I didn't watch it. I haven't seen it.
It wasn't bad. I wouldn't say
Jurassic World 2.
I haven't seen Jurassic World 2 either.
Was it The Lost World? But so what
Jurassic Park 2 or Jurassic World 2?
Jurassic World, the newest one that just
Jurassic Park 2 is Lost World.
Lost World. What is Jurassic World?
I thought Jurassic World 2 was just Jurassic World 2. I don't know. Anyway.
Anywho,
what were you gonna ask?
What seems to be the story in this one? Is it a continuation? Is it like a reboot of the original?
What I can't entirely figure out, but essentially there's like a voiceover during the whole trailer, and it's like there's these titans on Earth. If humans are the infestation, if we don't find all these Titans. We're gonna die, yada 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 type thing.
Well, wouldn't be a bad thing for Earth.
So I don't know, but you see Mothra, you see a shadow of Ghidorah, I think is how you pronounce it, and you see obviously Godzilla.
Godzilla.
And I think at one point you see like a shot of it looks like Washington, where it's like Washington DC, where it looks like it's like all on fire, and you see like something flying up in the sky, and it's like,
ooh, typical. Right. If it's not New York City, it's Washington.
Yeah, and I think there's also a shot in it where you see Godzilla walking, and you see like a bunch of fighter jets flying behind him towards something. It looks like, which is probably gonna be like one of the final battle type things. So
yeah, we'll help him out and see if he can defeat. Mothra's badass though. I like Mechagodzilla.
Don't think he's gonna be in it. I mean, who knows though?
But I like him.
Who knows?
What if it's like Smash Brothers? Every enemy ever.
A new challenger approaches.
just a shadow. Who the fuck is this? Yeah,
but yeah,
it's gonna be sweet. I'll actually probably watch that when it comes out. I might not see it in theaters, but I might catch it on Vudu or something.
Yeah,
when it comes
probably
out.
The same thing.
Oh wait, I also watched Super Troopers 2 recently.
I was actually gonna bring something else up, but how was it?
I actually thought Super Troopers 2 was actually kind of funny.
All right, because
it probably wasn't as funny as the first, because like I've watched the first one like 1,000 times. Like I picked up on all the small little things they've done, but this is pretty funny. Do you remember Will Sasso from Mad TV? The kind of fatter white guy who's kind of bald.
Maybe
look him up. I guarantee you'll recognize his face. But he was one of he's one of the Canadian Mounties, and oh man, he is fucking hilarious. He's probably one of the funniest characters, I think. But it was funny. They played really hard on the Canadian thing. But of course that's expected. But I enjoy it, and I suggest you watch it.
All right.
I don't want to spoil anything because I know
get around to it.
You had some interest, I think.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a good movie. I laughed a lot, especially. I can't tell you, you bastard.
I also watched.
Once you see it, I can tell you.
I started watching Letterkenny on Hulu.
Dude, it's on Hulu.
I'm like 5 episodes in. It's so funny as fuck. Like I've only saw like
dry fucking humor. I love that.
Like originally I was introduced to it just by like the little clips on YouTube of like just like the one-off scenes, like in the very beginning episode of the first pilot episode where they're just sitting out and they're like going back and forth with the hockey guys. Like that's one of the first ones I saw, and I was like, this is funny. And I thought it was just like a little YouTube like 3-minute skit type thing. And then you sent me a picture of it being on Hulu, and I was like, I have Hulu for Rick and Morty right now. I might as well watch that too. And I'm just like plowing through that right now. And I texted my buddy that my one housemate that introduced me to it. I was like, dude, start watching Letterkenny on YouTube. Pretty good. He's like, he texted me back. He's like, yeah, I'm a couple episodes in right now. Like, all right.
Yep,
we're on the same page.
It's like I don't remember some of the one-liners, but
it's really dry, like you said.
Back and forth banter between the two like farm boys and the two hockey players. It's man.
Yeah,
it's great.
But yeah. Anyway, back to San Diego.
I think Hulu is. Me and Ashley were talking about this the other day. Hulu is the place to watch TV shows. Netflix is the place to watch some movies or like comedy specials. That's how it seems to be for me. I like.
Yeah, it seems like Hulu has a lot
Daredevil
more.
And
like, Netflix has like the Marvel stuff, and
Hulu has all like the cartoons and like kind of just funny.
I don't think anything else is on Netflix right now. That's like TV show wise. Ozark.
I don't like Netflix for that reason.
Yeah,
I like the comedy specials.
I agree with you. Netflix seems more of a movie place right now, and Hulu seems more of a TV.
Yep, because all the American Dad and everything and Family Guy.
I think Archer is on there now too.
It is. It's on Hulu.
Yeah, I saw Archer, that the other day.
Not all the Simpsons. Like the last 2 seasons of Simpsons, all of South Park, American Dad, Family Guy, Squidbillies, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Rick and Morty. Now Letterkenny and shit's on there. Futurama's all on there. Bob's Burgers. That's the place to go. I love those commercials, like the cartoon kind of Adult Swim kind of shit. that's the place to go. I think Robot Chicken's on there. If you haven't seen Frisky Dingo, watch it.
All right, I'll have to look that up after
Letterkenny. You can kill a season in an hour. They're 11-minute episodes. You know, so
it's like those it's like
Adult Swim past 2 a.m. shows.
Yeah.
10-minute episodes. So good.
Robot Chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I was trying to think of it and I was blanking hard, even though you literally just said the show.
Said it.
But yeah, anyway, back to San Diego Comic-Con.
And yeah, whoa, that was a tangent.
Yeah. We got off hard there. Surprise, surprise. Aquaman trailer. Looks promising. James Wan, the director. Go ahead.
I don't care for Jason Momoa.
I think he's doing a good job as Aquaman.
I don't know if I like him.
I think. Well, here's the thing.
I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I just like something about him. I don't know.
I like him. He seems like a cool, chill guy. Like I follow him on Instagram, and he seems like a cool, fun guy to be around. Like he always seems like he's having a good time, and everyone around him seems to be having a good time, which is awesome. Yeah, I saw that.
Jesus, God said let there be light.
Yeah. I think he is the perfect fit for Aquaman to be like, this isn't a joke character. Like, this is a real character. It isn't just, oh, I can talk to fish. You know, he's strong. He has durability. You know, he can fuck shit up if he needs to.
Dude, can I say, have you seen the Robot Chicken episode where it's like the real world? Superman living in a house?
I think so.
Oh man, that's so funny when like Superman and like Batman just rip Aquaman apart in that episode.
Well, it's
like
funny
they just say like, "What? You just talk to fish?" Like I could do more than that.
It's funny because even in Justice League, the movie that came out last year, they do that joke where when Bruce Wayne first runs into Aquaman, he like before he like Aquaman tells him he's Aquaman or shows him, Bruce Wayne just goes, "I heard you could talk to fish," and like Aquaman just like shoves him up against the wall. Like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, that kind of establishes the fact like, okay, I'm a force to be reckoned with. Don't hate on. But back to the trailer. We just talked about this beforehand. That shot of Atlantis when they're dropping in, whoa. Saturated blues and like purples, like wow, that's gorgeous.
I don't know if you saw. I posted to Facebook when I posted it in our Discord. The scenes of the worlds that DC has done. If I had to pick one thing that DC movies has over Marvel, it's that.
Yep.
Because these are all fictional places that don't exist. Like in Marvel movies, the only place we've really gone to that is fictional is Wakanda and Titan.
Wakanda, which looked pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm not saying it didn't.
Yeah, Krypton. Krypton's kind of obscured.
If you watch, have you seen Man of Steel?
Yeah.
There's a lot of scenes on Krypton in Man of Steel. There you go. And then there's Themyscira, and Wonder Woman.
That's Wonder Woman's place. That's beautiful as well.
Yeah, like all these fictional
places. Where was that shot?
I don't know, actually.
I mean, was it mostly CGI? Because
I mean, I'm sure it had to be shot in
some kind of beautiful area.
Themyscira. Let me see if I can look that up.
Probably in somewhere in Scotland or something.
Probably. But like they do an amazing job at making these places look so real,
immersive. Yep.
Yeah,
dude, I'm watching Atlantis right now. Like the different shades of blue and purple, and like the flora underneath there. That's just kind of weird that it's all the way down there, but it looks pretty beautiful.
Yeah, like all the colors and just everything about this world building they're doing has been amazing. Like Atlantis looks beautiful, Themyscira looks beautiful, Krypton looks beautiful.
Yep. Yeah,
because like I said, these are all fictional places. They don't have anything to go off except for comics.
Imagination.
Like Marvel, you have New York. Actually, just about everything that happens in Marvel takes place in New York.
Everything's
with the
in New York.
exception of like
Put Spider-Man.
Avengers.
Put Spider-Man in Kansas. Put Spider-Man in Kansas. What the fuck can he do? He can't swing from one household. He needs like skyscrapers to be able to get some angular momentum.
It looks like they settled in Amalfi Coast, a stretch of coastline on some sea located in southern Italy.
Damn.
Themyscira. Which when they say that, I can see that.
Makes sense. Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, like the only fictional places we've been to in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Wakanda and Titan, I think.
And Titan we didn't really get much on.
Yeah, Titan was a wasteland. So we didn't see too much of that.
Because it was post whatever the fuck happened there.
Yeah.
And New York City is just a wasteland in itself in its current state. So
out all the places they've really I guess there was that Russian place in
No, dude, Asgard. Asgard's beautiful.
Asgard's beautiful. Yeah. Well,
Asgard's
spoiler
awesome.
alert doesn't exist after Thor Ragnarok.
Oh shit. Asgard was beautiful though. Yeah, I like that place. That was a good depiction.
I forgot about Asgard. But I still have to give it to DC for the fictional locations because they just look goddamn beautiful.
Yeah, I like the Bifrost.
Yeah, Bifrost is pretty cool. But and just like at the very end of the trailer when they're in the plane and Mira, the redhead, and Aquaman just jumps out, the pilot's like,
she doesn't
have a parachute, does she? Redheads.
I love redheads.
Gotta love them. And he just jumps out with her.
I'm wondering how they're gonna land. Hopefully, we'll see if Aquaman can change my opinion on Momoa. I thought he was good. I'm not saying he's not good.
I thought he did pretty good. I'm not saying he's not good.
Just something about him just like exudes this like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
I don't know.
I think he was definitely one of the best parts of Justice League character-wise.
Dude, I like Superman a lot. I enjoy Superman. Henry Cavill plays a good character.
Yeah, he does. Without a doubt.
Who knows? Aquaman might, his own standalone movie might just win me over. So
I mean, so far, like the standalone DC stuff hasn't been bad. Man of Steel caught some flack, but I thought it was good. Wonder Woman was.
I thought it was good. Wonder Woman was good. Yeah. Wonder Woman got a lot of praise, actually. Yeah. Didn't it break some records for something?
Maybe. Something? I know the director was up for some nominations and stuff, so like it did good. I didn't hear really anything bad about Wonder Woman, which I'm excited for Wonder Woman 84. Which I think some shots were released, but I didn't see any of it.
When is that coming out?
Next year.
Excuse me.
Wonder Woman 84.
Not to be confused with Fallout 76.
November 1st, 2019.
It's actually not that. Yeah, it's kind of far. It's over a year.
I think they just started shooting like last month.
Yeah, damn.
So
that's crazy. But
yeah.
In the meantime, though, I know that we didn't really talk about this, but speaking of Henry Cavill and Superman and DC, Fallout.
Mission Impossible
Fallout is coming out. Now I'm kind of excited to see that. I think it comes. Does that come out this month?
I think it came out this weekend.
Let's visit the interwebs here, everybody. Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I think it came out this weekend, dude. I have date. Release date July 27th. Okay, next weekend.
Yep. So do next weekend. I'm in a parade next weekend. So.
All right. But along with Aquaman, Shazam trailer dropped.
Shazam.
Which I know a lot of people were skeptical about, and I've seen some people say like it kind of go either way. It could be either really good or it could be really bad and corny. I think it looks pretty good.
Looked okay. I hope the trailer. Hope they don't release like 17 trailers and show the whole movie.
Yeah.
In trailers.
I mean, this first trailer just seemed to kind of like, I guess, pretty much just show the origin. Pretty much, almost exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
But Zachary Levi, the guy playing Shazam, I think he's doing a pretty good job for when I've seen the trailers. Like
the kid or the older guy?
The older guy. The guy who's in the superhero suit, all grown up. Gotcha. For those who don't know, Shazam, aka Captain Marvel, before they changed his name to Shazam, he's essentially a 13-year-old kid, Billy Batson, who was given the power of the gods, and he says Shazam, and he turns into a big superhero adult. But still has the mind of a 13-year-old, essentially. Just transforms his body. Zachary Levi, who's playing like the adult superhero version of Billy Batson, Shazam, he does a really good job as pretending to be a 13-year-old in a superhero body.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Every adult wants to be that kid. Every person, I want to be that 13-year-old, but now I have fucking responsibilities and bills, and no one will take me seriously and give me a job. But if I act the way I want to act.
It's also just like the facial expressions.
I'm sure he's in ecstasy.
Well, it's also just like the facial expressions he's able to pull off of like. There's one scene in the trailer towards the end where these guys are trying to rob like a convenience store or something, and they pull guns on Shazam. They shoot him, and you just see the bullet drop, and just his face when he realizes he can't be shot by bullets. He's like, yeah. He's walking out with all like the snacks in his hands. He's like,
I'm a superhero.
I'm a superhero. He threw guys out the window. He's like, sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed or anything.
Yeah.
And then he's walking by pedestrian. I'm a superhero.
Yeah.
He's walking through like a mall and just charging everyone's phones with his lightning.
Dead. Yeah, dude, the guy's phone blows up. Like, what the hell, man?
Like,
I think it'd be pretty funny.
It looks promising, especially
anything.
Yeah, and like except for like the hardcore like DC fans, I don't think a lot of people will know anything about him. So they definitely have to play it smart.
I'm leaning pretty heavy on you for this conversation right now.
Even I don't know a whole lot about Shazam. I have like one issue of Shazam. Hey, if they kept making more, I would have, but they didn't do any new 52.
That's 100% more copies of Shazam than I have.
How can it be 100% more of 0?
I mean, would it be infinite more because I had 0?
I don't know.
At least something. I don't know.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. Zachary Levi looks like he's, like I said, doing a good job. Like right now, I'm kind of back and forth. Also, I think it said early spring.
Early spring. Okay.
I don't know if there's an actual April 5th.
Not that. That's my brother's birthday. That's my brother's birthday. Cool, man. Yeah.
That's a month before Avengers 4.
Yeah. So this will be fine. It won't be overshadowed.
Oh.
When does Captain Marvel come out? Marvel's Captain Marvel. Shazam.
March. I just closed that. I think it's March.
Damn, that'll be awesome.
March 8th.
A pretty March, then April, and then
May is Avengers. Pretty sure.
So we're gonna get 3 banger movies in 3 months. That'd be pretty sweet. I'm into it, man.
Yeah, Avengers is May 3rd.
So is Captain Marvel the next Avengers movie to come out? I'm sorry. Next Marvel movie to come out?
Yes. I believe so.
Captain Marvel. It's the next Marvel movie.
And Avengers 4.
But
I don't know if anything's slated for sure after that. Like, I don't know release date wise what's next.
I don't know.
Because I know Black Panther's slated for another one, and Spider-Man, I think, just started shooting.
Black Panther just came out, though, in February this year. So,
but I think they're like, all right, we're going to do another Black Panther. They've said they're going to do another Doctor Strange. I think they just started shooting for Spider-Man too.
Doctor Strange would be sweet. That's been, when did that come out? 2016?
2 years ago?
2016, I want to say. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that.
That was.
Again, I think it was 2016, right?
October 20th, yeah, 2016.
Yeah, I recently watched that, and
that was good.
Thoroughly enjoyed it a second time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Benedict Cumberbatch does a good job as Doctor Strange.
Never mind. I'm not gonna start.
We're gonna go off on his name.
Yep, was gonna start, but
I thought about plugging his name just for the hell of it when I said it, but I decided not to.
Hubert Cumbersnatch.
Yeah.
Yeah. he played a surprisingly good asshole in the beginning, and egotistical doctor.
Yeah.
And then he humbled himself, and he became one of the best fucking sorcerers. So, plus they left that in a pretty good cliffhanger with I forget the one guy's name, who kind of brought him in
the black
in the
guy.
beginning.
Yeah.
Hey man,
he's black.
Come on. Yeah, that guy. I forget. I fucking don't know his name, but
I don't remember either.
When he starts taking away the sorcerer's powers, like it's too many sorcerers. I think that'll be good. He'll be a good bad guy in the second one because the dude's a fucking sorcerer. So magic on magic again. Bring it on.
Bring it on. But then there was also, this was before San Diego Comic-Con, but DC's new show Titans released a trailer.
Ah, shit! I didn't watch that trailer.
It looks pretty. I would say it looks pretty good.
Is it based on Teen Titans?
It has the characters from it, but I don't know if they're gonna be classified as Teen Titans. It's just called Titans.
Okay.
But it's essentially, it seems like it's gonna start off following Dick Grayson, the first Robin, after he kind of leaves Batman's mentorship.
Fuck you, Batman! I'm out. You don't have any real powers.
Well, it's funny because like it starts off with like it seems like Raven's kind of going to him for help, and she's like, "I know who you are. You're the guy from the circus." I don't know if she mentioned. I don't remember if she mentions if she knows he's Robin.
From the circus.
Because Dick Grayson was in the circus. His parents died in the circus, and then Bruce Wayne took him in, and eventually he became Robin. That's the cliff notes for Dick Grayson becoming Robin, essentially.
You guys heard it here, Spark Notes.
But then it seems like it's kind of. Did you watch the original Teen Titans show?
Like the cartoon?
Yeah.
I watched the first like 2 seasons, and then I just kind of.
So did they ever touch on Trigon? I think is his name. Raven's dad, like the demon
not
dad.
That I know of.
So essentially, Raven's dad is like a demon, and it seems like that first season is going to kind of be like trying to save her from her dad, who's a demon.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of where she gets like all her mystic powers from, or something.
Yeah, because she seems pretty dark.
Yeah, she's like a darker character.
Yeah,
but it seems pretty good. Cool. It's actually funny you said "fuck you, Batman," because
I'm just kidding. I like Batman.
It's actually funny you said it because at the end of the trailer you see Robin beating up a bunch of thugs, and you see one of the thugs kind of looking up into the sky, like, and you hear him go, "Where's Batman?" And Robin just goes, "Fuck Batman." It's like, all right, it's gonna be based towards like older audience. I like it.
Fuck Batman. That's cool.
Yeah,
I like that. However, speaking of a new show coming out, when the fuck are we gonna get Daredevil season 3?
I don't know. Apparently, Luke Cage just came out season 2.
I haven't watched Luke Cage or what's her face?
Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I haven't watched either of those, but Punisher, hell yeah. Daredevil though, come on, give me a 3rd season.
Screen Rant says, is it being delayed for Avengers 4? I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to find a date. I don't know if there's a. I haven't even heard anything about them starting shooting yet.
Me either. That's why I'm just like, dude, come on. It's been a little while now. I would like that because the first 2 seasons came out pretty quick succession after each other. So I would like to see a 3rd because it left it on a pretty good fucking cliffhanger.
Charlie Cox later confirmed that he'll be back shooting Daredevil in late 2017.
Okay, so they're filming.
But I mean, that's if they held to that date.
That's true. Anywho, what is
this? Yeah.
What's up? What'd you find? Matt's investigating.
Alright, screw it. I can't. This article is long, and I'm just skimming it and not finding anything.
Fuck it. All right. You want to move on to our next, which is kind of segueing into this next topic, since we're kind of talking about it already.
Marvel.
Yep.
Oh, James Gunn being fired by Disney for bullshit.
Yeah. For bullshit, dude.
It's like, all right, let's just start from the beginning.
For those of you who don't know, Disney
Gunn
has fired James Gunn from
directing Guardians.
They're pretty much directing Guardians, but they're pretty much blacklisting the guy.
I mean, at this point, with what everything Disney owns, yeah.
Exactly.
But it was over like some controversial tweet that he made years ago, which he deleted and apologized for. It was like that was dumb.
A decade ago.
Like I was also reading it, like apparently it was like not even like a serious, like it was more like in a joking matter. Like it wasn't like these are my views. But so did you hear about the guy that like essentially brought it up again?
I heard that the guy who brought it up is a massive piece of shit.
Yeah.
And who said some very racy things and inappropriate things in the past.
I'm not going to give the guy's name because I'd rather not even have people go and give him traffic. But odds are, if you're listening to this and you really want to know his name, there's obviously Google.
Look it up. Let me Google that for you.
But essentially, he did this because James Gunn tweeted some stuff or has openly said that he doesn't support what Trump is doing, which, go figure, half the country doesn't seem, or more than half the country doesn't seem to support what he is doing. So he's like, all right, I'm going to get this guy fired. And he pulled up screenshots of tweets that happened years ago that were deleted since, of James Gunn talking about, I don't even know what it was necessarily. I think it might have been something about rape or something, or child molestation or something.
Shit. Yeah, he was like kind of joking about it, which is not a joking matter. However,
no,
dude.
But it's like a lot of people have come out and defended James Gunn. Dave Bautista has come out
is a big one
and said, like, this isn't right. Like, look what he's done. He's admitted it was wrong.
He tweeted saying, quote, "I am not okay with what's happening to James Gunn."
Yeah, and I'd be afraid to piss off Bautista, honestly, because he's a big guy.
Yeah.
But I was reading this article on Polygon, and I like skimmed it real quick, but like there were people responding to it. One of them, who's this guy? All I have is this last name is Hound. Who's Hound? I don't know who Hound is.
I don't know, but I have a
Rufus Hound. Does that name sound familiar to you?
Rufus. That's a great name. Yeah. Rufus. That's what you don't hear every day.
Sounds like a dog name.
It is.
English comedian and presenter. I don't know if he's necessarily on anything of note that I have seen.
I don't know.
But one of his tweets was, I kind of agree with. He said, "Disney, your stories are so often about redemption." Hound tweeted, "Fire James Gunn for jokes made as a younger man, jokes for which he has already apologized, goes against your moral code you taught us when we were all kids. No sense in cutting loose a good man. I urge you rehire him." It's true. Disney movies are all about second chances, it seems like.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many Disney movies have a redemption storyline in it?
How many movies don't have redemption?
It's probably easier to count them that way. You're right.
Exactly. But
which is
I pulled up a what you want to call it, a little article here on The Wrap about Dave Bautista talking about it. But he's fighting for him, man.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are.
Good, yeah.
Like I know there was a petition for
Selma Blair is pushing for him.
Yeah,
she's one of the Me Too supporters, or the Me Too
vocalists.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Holy shit! There's a lot of people, defending this guy.
Yeah, like there's even like I saw like a whole whatchamacallit, like a whole petition started, like, and it was posted to Reddit of people like sign this, like tell Disney we want this guy back. Which I'm not saying whoever would take his place would do a bad job, but like he's proved to be successful. He obviously has a plan in place because he's done the last two Guardians, like,
yep,
and they've been successful.
As F.
And I've saw people on Reddit are like, just don't go see the movie. And it's like, that's not going to happen. Either way, it's still going to make hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, people are like, if you want to show them they're wrong, show them with your money. And it's like, people are still gonna go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like no matter what.
Yeah, it's not gonna really do anything.
So,
which is kind of shitty, but
then who is it? Michael.
But as you said though, they're gonna shoot himself in the foot. Like this, as you just said it. This guy's a plan.
Yeah.
He has a vision, and now that's kind of just crumbled up and thrown out the window.
But apparently this guy has also attacked Michael Ian Black.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, I just had to look it up real quick.
I know you know who he is.
Because apparently this guy has suggested that Black and I guess James Gunn are Hollywood pedophiles, essentially.
Fucking asshat.
But Black responded to this guy's tweet, saying, as somebody who has in the past made jokes about the whole host of topics, including molestation, I've never denied the horrors of it, whereas you, actually charged with rape in 2003, have denied whether date rape is possible.
Oh my god.
So this guy that got James Gunn fired has apparently argued that date rape is not possible.
Not possible. And who's been accused of it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And charged with it. So not just accused, but charged.
Charged. So like convicted.
Yeah. And it's just like, this is fucked up.
Asshat.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, bring back James Gunn.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are pulling for him. I would love to see him back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's any other, like, Senator Ted Cruz is defending this asshat.
Oh, is he? Of course. Yeah. Ted Cruz.
So fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently this guy was also a big role in the whole. Did you hear about like the Gamergate thing that was happening? Nope. It was pretty much. I'm just gonna read it off the website verbatim. Gamergate is a reactionary hate campaign that targeted women and marginalized people in the games industry and manufactured a cover for being interested in ethics in game journalism that began in 2014. Essentially, it was like a smear campaign to make fun of women in gaming.
Fuck that.
Yeah. It's like you are just an asshole.
Yep. Piece of shit. Dude, yeah. That's the best thing I can say. Piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
So apparently Gunn has reportedly finished the script for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And it was moved after the project.
I mean that
tweets were dug up.
But if Disney has the ultimate say in things, hopefully Kevin Feige is like looks at the script and changes it for the interest of the movie and the universe, and not to be like, oh, none of us is related to James Gunn, or James Gunn now. I don't know why I blanked on his name all of a sudden.
I don't know.
Hopefully Feige looks at it, and if it's what he envisioned for the MCU, they could just go with it. Or whatever they changes they do make, it's for the MCU, not to be like, we're not associated with him anymore. Like, I don't want to hear that. So.
That's stupid. Yeah, I had something here on the wrap here, but Batista came to his collaborator's defense, saying on Friday that Gunn is, quote unquote, one of the most loving, caring, good-natured people I have ever met, end quote. But Sunday's tweets were far more heated, saying that Gunn's removal had much bigger implications than just the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I mean, like you said,
glad they're fighting for him.
Yeah.
It's not like a bunch of us, like here, kind of like just nobody's being like, hey, bring it back. It's the stars of the show and other, major names in the Hollywood industry. They're just like, fucking bring it back, dude. But whatever. We'll see. We'll give it a couple days.
I mean, honestly,
they'll make a decision in a couple days.
What blows my mind?
What blows your mind, Matt?
This is gonna get slightly political.
Don't do it, Matt.
This guy said, or from what I've heard, has partly did this because James Gunn hasn't supported Trump in the past, so he dug up this stuff. But just take a look at the multitude of things Trump has said over the past 5 years from when he first started campaigning for president.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How? when you take something from 5 years ago compared to something that a director said 10 years ago and admittedly said he was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
When you got the current president who says things and either truly believes what he said is not wrong or doesn't have an issue, or he just says that to make people think he believes that. It's like, how can you flip-flop that easily?
I have no idea.
Like, this guy has to have, like, some sort of mental disorder or something. It's fucked up.
Fucked up.
Fucked up.
Fucked up. It ain't right. It ain't right.
No, it's not.
So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Disney wises the fuck up and reinstates him.
Oh, apparently this guy's also a conspiracy theorist.
Fucking give him a tin hat, man. Give him a...
I want to see what conspiracy theories he's into.
Give him a tinfoil hat. Yep. They're tapping your fucking mind, man. Crazy. This guy probably is also a flat earth, and he denies the moon landing ever happened. And 9/11 was inside job, and
I can't find anything.
Things.
Is there anything else we want to touch on?
I don't know, man. I apologize that these podcasts are going to be so heavily weighted on you because I don't do much during the weeks besides study. So pretty much I've been leaning on you for the past couple weeks, man. So
I can ramble on.
Lord knows I don't have anything.
I can ramble on forever.
I'll ramble on. I can talk to you about my geology field manual.
You actually just made me think of something.
What up?
Have you heard of the band Greta Van Fleet?
Dude, absolutely. Their album is awesome. Black Smoke Rises is their best song.
And Highway
Tune's good. Highway Tune's good.
Fire Song.
Fire Song and Flower Power. Yeah, they're all good songs. Ashley's over there like, yeah, she's like Greta Van Fleet. But like,
dude,
I played them for my dad, and my dad said one thing: these guys, they're good. However, they sound too much like Led Zeppelin, and that might be detrimental to their fame.
So many people are saying that it sounds like Led Zeppelin influenced them. And apparently, they've come out and said Led Zeppelin has not influenced them. I'm calling bullshit on that.
I think I heard that too, and they said that that's a complete joke, that they have been influenced by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, all right.
I think, because I heard like, I think I heard something at one point. They're like, "Who's Led Zeppelin?" But I think they
sound so much like Zeppelin.
Yeah, but they're good. They're fucking
good.
They're like,
I like it.
They're young, man. I think they're like 19 or 20, 21 years old.
I'm pretty sure they're younger than us. Let me look it up.
What's up? Oh, I think that's a joke as well.
What?
Ashley said that she heard that Robert Plant hates them, but I think that was also a joke. So I don't fucking know. Hold on, let me look this up. Did you just hear of these guys?
Well, I've heard of them a while ago. So the radio station I listen to, based out of Philly, MMR.
I love MMR.
Yeah, they try to focus on, like, I don't want to say the smaller bands, but they also try to like focus on like they pplayed a lot of Kaleo before Kaleo became big. Like the first time I ever really heard Kaleo, No Good by Kaleo was on MMR. And they like try to focus not just on like, you know, like Metallica and like the big rock bands, but also like on smaller bands you might not have heard of. Like they were the first place I heard of Greta Van Fleet, Kaleo. I think there's a band called Dorothy right now. I don't know if it's kind of like a rock country type mix vibe. First place I heard them. And they try to focus as much on the big bands as they do on like smaller bands like this, and help the smaller bands like get fame and like rise up. I can't find ages of these people's.
Yeah, Plant jokingly said that he hates the lead singer. Jokingly, he borrowed his sound from somebody I know very well. What are you gonna do? It's okay.
Oh, they formed in Michigan. Wow, I just saw a picture of them. They even look like they dressed from like the 70s and 80s.
They are Led Zeppelin 2.0, pretty much.
They formed in 2012 apparently. I did not know that.
Yeah, but they're from Michigan, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm reading here an article about them interviewing Robert Plant on Greta Van Fleet, and he's kind of like a little tweaked that they're not. They're obviously influenced by them, but they're just not kind of admitting it, which is weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's one of those things. Like I've added some of their songs to like my Spotify playlist. I listen to a decent amount, and I've heard them so much on MMR that after every time I hear the song, I just think of like the MMR, like someone like being like, and this was Greta Van Fleet's whatever, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like I've heard it way too much on that radio station, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously,
I love WMMR. I used to listen to the radio show, Preston and Steve, every morning going to work because I got stuck in traffic for fucking 45 minutes and it passed time very well.
Their show is so good.
I love the bizarre news
Bizarre
stories.
Files.
Bizarre Files.
They got Bizarre Files. They got the Junk Drawer.
Yep.
They got
they got a lot of shit.
Yeah, and I think
Tattoo Tuesdays. People just getting tattooed fucking during the radio show.
They just like did their 20th anniversary recently or something, where they've had their show for 20 years, which
that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Those guys have been in radio long before this show too. They talk a lot about their
because the one guy Preston like he did radio out in, I think it's in St. Louis is where he's from, or Michigan, Missouri, and like he did a bunch of radio out there. The guy Steve used to do stand-up comedy.
Yep. And Steve's funny. He is funny.
I've never actually seen any of his stand-up stuff, so maybe I'll.
I'm just on the radio show. Like his timing is good.
Yeah, and he's very on the fly with things, which is very good.
Yeah,
he can do a very good Regis Philbin impression.
He can. I love his. I don't want to be not politically correct. The Kardashian dad, who's much Caitlyn Jenner. He does a great Caitlyn Jenner impression too.
Yep.
Oh man.
Have you heard his
does it randomly too?
Have you ever heard his Khloe Kardashian impression?
Nope. I have to look that up because he does a pretty funny. I guess
you won't expect Khloe Kardashian impression. You would not expect what it will be.
I kind of have a feeling, but
what do you think it is?
Just a blatant mockery of her.
No,
just like
you would have
stupid and like
no.
Is it good?
It's funny. I won't say it's good. I will say it's funny.
Okay, I'll check it out.
So next week we'll mention what it is. If you do, it's gonna be kind of sending traffic elsewhere, but fuck it.
I don't have traffic out here. None.
Ha! They actually they post all their shows to like podcast and stuff too.
Yeah, they do. Like I think they're on iHeartRadio. Are they on iHeartRadio or something?
I don't. Right? No, I don't think so. Because iHeartRadio owns certain companies. They're not owned by iHeartRadio.
Fucking lame.
But
you can. I can just stream it online. You can stream it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can stream all their shows. Like I used to listen to their shows the day after when I would work at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. I used to listen to shows live, but when I get to work, of course, it's on my radio, so I just go online and stream it.
Yeah.
Because I do 8 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock in the morning is the Bizarre File, and I love the Bizarre File. It's for people who don't know. It's just like
stories of bizarre stories,
crazy like police stories of somebody trying to fucking pretend they're pregnant and steal shit from a convenience. It's just weird, funny shit.
It's funny too because they've had so many stories from people from Florida
Man
that they've made their own jingle for Florida Man. Of any time it's a story from Florida, they play the Florida Man jingle. It is fucking Florida hilarious.
Man. Jesus Christ, what is going on with my goddamn phone?
I don't know. But
this is perfect. I would love this if it was like this all the time.
Yeah. And it's gone darker.
And it's gone. Anyway.
All right.
I don't know what else to touch on, Matt.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's a pretty good wrap.
Let's just wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Put a bow on it. Send it in the mail.
Send it in the mail. Hopefully overnight to you guys. Yep, little stamp. But okay, yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. What do they call this one? Program 21.
Yes.
Program 21. Program 21 has been wrapped up. Sky Party Podcast. Al, Matt. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.